So hello, this is Guy, and Dr. Chris is here helping me. We're doing the first experiment using an oscilloscope to see what's going on electrically inside the body with an acupuncture needle. So Dr. Rampaz here on the table. You can see that there's a needle stuck in and the oscilloscope tip is electrically connected to it. And then here on the ground side of the oscilloscope lead, we're going through this cable to earth, so that's an earthing point. And we're also using a digital oscilloscope. And what we found was that without the needle, when we're just picking up the voltage on the skin, there was too much noise coupled in, and so we weren't able to get a good grounding point. We had to go a short distance, like maybe 5 centimeters. But right now, we're about a centimeter or so into the arm at most, and we're getting a clean electrical signal right inside the body. Okay, so Dr. Chris has got the pad here. It's currently turned off. This is the lead, so ready to go. So Chris, if you'd like to try taking it closer, and what I'll do is...
So we're going to do the LEDs down?
Yeah, but I need to see the screen.
Yep.
So you're in the way of the screen, unfortunately. There we go. Okay. So right now we have the Pyralight pad with the LEDs facing down, so the infrared is going into the body, and Chris is just going to remove the pad. And you see immediately it goes down. So Chris, if you could bring it closer, and sort of a few centimeters away from the body. See nothing much going on, and closer, 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 closer. And then on, and then you release. And immediately when Chris releases his field, because he's grounding it in some way, now you see the full thing. Now Chris, could you just turn the pad over, please? Exactly the same place. So you notice that without the LEDs pointing into the body with the same magnetic field, what you got is about half the amplitude. Okay. Yeah, it's more at the dantian. If you go to the top of the head, the crown chakra, let's see how it goes like that. So it's actually touching, but you can see clearly the amplitude is about half. So the forehead, if you go back to the onto the forehead, it's a lot more. So it's actually the crown of the head that's not inducing a voltage into that meridian point, into the acupuncture point. And then, how about an arm, or this arm maybe? So about half. It's definitely less than the abdomen. So peripheral, we're getting less induced voltage generated inside the body. So now we're going to try under the knee, because we've been trying the top of the body. And it's active, yeah. I would say, if anything, there's a greater amplitude there than there is on the top. Could you just go on top of the knee, exactly the same point? Maybe if you hold the lead so that it's the same direction, like that. Yeah. So that's lower amplitude, isn't it? So now we're checking what effect the mass of the body has, and whether the infrared LEDs are pointing inwards or outwards. We're getting a magnetic field coming straight out of the pad, in both directions. It's a toroid, and the majority of it is perpendicular to the pad, but obviously the LEDs are just pointing in that way. So here it is with the LEDs pointing into the body, and then Chris, what do you observe when you turn it around? So what do you see?
It drops down when we turn it around.
Quite significantly, yeah. It looks to me like about half the amplitude, would you say?
Right.
Would you want to turn it in again, just so we see it's repeatable? Okay.
Increase.
There we go. And then if you just take the lead out so it's switched off, and immediately you see it go right down. So clearly the pad itself turned on and the LEDs involved or not involved makes a significant difference to the electrical stimulation inside the body. That's a conclusion we can draw.